Hey, hey, hey. Greetings, everybody. This is RJ Redden with the Black Belt Bots. Today, we're going to talk about a hot topic, and that is video. How to use video in your bots in an effective way. I've gotten a lot of questions about this lately from people wanting to do challenges with their groups, wanting to use video with that. And so we're going to deal with some best practices today. I'm also going to show you a couple of things that in the many chat that might be of some assistance. Robert's here. Hey, hey, hey. It's the bot signal. Boop. Hello. So glad to see you here, Robert. So fantastic. We're going to talk about that. First of all, if you don't know anything about bots, if you need the primer education on what they are, what they do, and if that might be good for your business, go down to this thing right here. There's also a link in the comments, but check out mybot.com. It's my free 7-day mini course. It's a little bit of information each day, just kind of educating you on what they are and what they do. I think you'll like it. So sign up already. And also, one extra personal note. I would like to wish a happy birthday to my son, who is a cat. Odin is his name. It is his gotcha day. We got him. I can't believe it's been 4 years. But we got him 4 years ago, and we couldn't be happier. He is a really good boy, except when he's being a punk, which is kind of a lot of the time. But we love you, son. And I'll show him this video later. He'll love it. Most people have actually already met Odin, because when I'm live streaming, he tends to walk across my desk. Anyway, on to the video stuff. So, Kim got the box signal too. Well, now it's working. I got you two here. That is beautiful stuff. Fantastic, darlings. So let's talk about the video. Now, in ManyChat, you can put a lot of different kinds of media. You can put video there, images always, of course, closed-ended questions, open-ended questions, multiple choice. You can ask people what they're eating for lunch and have it upload to you directly if you're a health coach or something like that. There's a ton of things you can put in a bot. We'll probably cover all of them in these live streams. But today the focus is video. Now, why would you want to put video inside your bot? For me, I've got video inside mine because there are times when you're writing for bots, you have to keep it a little bit short and concise. You can't go on. There's no wall of text that ever belongs in a bot, right? So sometimes you do have a wall of text you need to communicate, and that is perfect for inserting a video into your bot. I say with these, keeping that video relatable, keeping it, focused toward where people are at in the process. An introduction video, especially if you are hoping to get some coaching clients or something out of that. Intro videos are absolutely supreme. Customer videos, those are fantastic too. Stuff where people will get to know you and your business. If you put a product demo in there, especially if you made it 5 years ago, stuff like that doesn't go over well, but things that are very, very tailored to where people are at in their journey through your bot, that is supremely great stuff. Robert says it makes it more personal. And what is better than personal on Facebook these days? What is better than a straight up relatable personal conversation? So beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little trick, and we're going to go over to ManyChat. It's going to be fabulous. I'm also going to flip my notes over because I didn't do that before the show. Boop, there they are. Fantastic. So let's go over to ManyChat, and I'm going to give you some best practices, and I'm also going to show you something. This is a template that I built. My templates are, of course, available for sale, but this is a template that I built to help people really get kind of on the road with using video into their bots. And I'm going to show you a little sample of it. So without further ado, darlings. Okay, here we are. Now, first rule of the video in your bot. Let's see if I can do some scooting out here. I realized that was a little confusing to look at. First rule of video in your bot, my friends, is this. Under 4 minutes. Don't go over 5 minutes. Don't do that. Remember, it's coming to people in Messenger. Messenger is a place where people quick hit all day long. And you want to keep within the rules of keeping things short and sweet. So 4 minutes at max, 3 minutes is better. You can communicate a message in 3 minutes. You can do this, I promise. All right, so you also want, let me just show you what I've got here. This is the template. I build these and sell them to folks. They're good things. Start out with an image here. I tell folks, the height, everything. And I give people every day, I give them an option to, hey, do you want to do this next lesson with me? If they don't hit the button, it just doesn't go anywhere. And that's fine with me. Sometimes people get busy, and that's okay. Sometimes people need to leave it alone for a while and come back in a few days. Totally perfect with me. So I always kind of start out with this, a little hello, welcome picture, a little hi there, and are you ready to take the next step with me? So moving on here. Another image, because images are really, really good in chatbots. See me for information if you don't know that yet. And then I have a little note. I have a little, hey, let's set some expectations. Hold tight. Video's going to appear in a few seconds. This is important because the video has to load. You know what I'm saying? The bad boy has to load, and the bigger it is, the longer it's going to take. So set some expectations really quick right here. There is, also I want to tell you about a little service called clipchamp.com. It's fabulous. I pay these people $10 a month, and they are well worth it. I'm not getting an affiliate link, by the way. That's not what I do. But Clipchamp will take the videos, remember, keep it under 4 minutes, and they will squish them down to under 25 megabytes. 25 megabytes is the maximum that Facebook will accept. I try to get it down to, if I can get it down to between 8 and 12, that seems to be kind of a sweet spot. Under 8, your video kind of gets a little blurry and stuff. And then over 12, it starts taking a longer time to load. People aren't patient nowadays, darlings. We all know this. Most of the time, people are going to be watching these videos, too. They're going to be watching them on their phone. Think about where you use Messenger. It's mostly on the phone. So don't be afraid to use a service like Clipchamp to squish those videos to a small enough format so that they'll work on these Facebook Messenger bots. Okay. So, very good. That's my commercial for Clipchamp. It is now over. They're free for like the first 5 videos, and then if you are a geek like me and you need to compress a lot, you get a monthly membership. So that's a good thing. Okay. So, hold tight. Video will appear in a few seconds. That's your little, your little set the expectations reminder. And then you've got the video itself. That's good stuff. Loaded it up right here. Now, what happens after you load the video up is very important. What I've got here, let me explain this. I've got a waiting 60-second and a waiting 45-second. Here's why I've done this, okay? My video, this What Are Bots converted with Clipchamp, that is 1 minute and 40 seconds long. I've added 5 seconds onto there. If you add those 2 time blocks together, now ManyChat, it'll allow you to. It's kind of funky. You have to put the wait time in 60-second blocks. It won't just let you type in there 1 minute 45 seconds. So that's why I've got 2 blocks there. I've set it for the wait time for 5 seconds longer than what the video actually is. I've done this for a very specific purpose because A, you do not want the next message in your bot to come up while people are watching the video. Extremely annoying. Okay. So that's why I would put 1 minute 40 seconds wait time. Why did I do 1 minute 45 second wait time? It's because people are mostly going to be accessing this information on phones. It depends on what the manufacturer of the phone is. Some video will autoplay. Sometimes video will autoplay in Messenger. You don't have to hit a button. Sometimes it won't play anything at all. And sometimes it will autoplay the video message, but it will do it without sound until the user goes in and messes with the sound so that they can hear it. So I give people an extra 5 seconds on the end because it may take them a minute to get into, being able to watch the video mode. So think about that. You want to give it a wait time for how long the video is, just because you don't want to be popping the next message in there under the video. It'll move the video up and people will be annoyed. You don't like that. But add that extra 5 seconds in there because sometimes it's just going to take them a minute to hit the button to watch that thing. So, very good. Now, next thing. I have erase this message in some of my templates just to remind people of, rules of the road, best practices, that type of thing. So basically this is covering what I just told you. So we will skip that. And if you were to get this template from me, then you would erase that. So then I have a typing 5 seconds. I did that because I want to warn people when stuff is coming up next. So say this video has come up in somebody's Messenger bot. It's taken them more than 5 seconds to click the button, or something else is happening that's distracting them or whatever. This typing 5 seconds here is to just start warning people that this message thread is going to be continuing. You're giving them a visual cue that something's about to happen, and if they're only a minute through the video and this next message comes up, then they're not going to be surprised and shocked by that. So, good stuff. Now, I have got some optional things at the end of the video. This is not something you have to do. This is not, this is not set in stone or whatever, but I've found these practices to be super effective, and so I wanted you to know about them. I add, after the video and after the wait times, I add an open-ended question. Now, I teach a class once a year up at the university, and it's all about communicating and educating technical concepts to non-technical people. It's a wild ride. And one of the things that we go over in the class is if you teach something to somebody, the very best thing to do next is to either get them to demonstrate it back or get them to reflect on what they've learned. Why? Because it will stick inside their heads. Listen, you and I get so much information every single day of the year, 24 hours a day. Input, input, input. Somebody wants to get a signal through the noise to you all the time. So you want, whatever it was in that video that you just shared, you want to be able to give somebody a chance to reflect upon that information. So this open-ended question could be something like, okay, tell me, you've just heard all about this challenge. Now tell me what it is that you're trying to accomplish with this challenge. Or it could be, I've just told you all about myself. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? It's something open-ended that will cause them to take the information that they've just learned and apply it to their own life and answer you back. It's it's a wonderful thing. And as many of these I put an open-ended question in at least every day of every bot I have out there. I do. I want people to participate in the conversation. I do not want to talk at people. However, I don't put probably more than 2 or 3 in every single day of every bot that I have out there, because you don't want to go overboard with it, but you do want to have these touch points where people have to reflect on their own life and talk to you a little bit. So, moving on, darlings. Thomas says, what is the size limit of the videos? 25 megabytes, my friend. We went over Clipchamp just a second ago. That will help you squeeze videos down to under that 25 megabyte limit. So Thomas and I are talking later today as well. Poor Thomas, I scheduled a live stream and him at the same time, so he and I are going to talk soon. I'll pass you the link then. But if you want to look it up on your computer, clipchamp.com. Okay, so first thing after the video, it's optional, but an open-ended question. And now I throw an image in there because I love images. And now there's also an excellent spot right after that open-ended question for a handout if you have one. That stuff also helps cement in information. If you're a coach and you are trying to get your people to do a little bit more self-care by doing some meditation, and you've chosen to use your video today to do an example of a meditation, so you kind of lead them maybe through a short guided meditation. Fantastic. Put a file below, put a little handout below that they can print off or just have in their messenger that gives them the steps on how to recreate that meditation process. It helps people come away with something. And it helps them, especially if you're doing an exercise that's kind of difficult or maybe has a lot of steps, having that handout below so that they can read that information and take it in, from another angle. It'll help them stick those ideas in their heads even more. So, very exciting. Okay. Let me see. And another erase this message. A great thing to do at this point, challenge your user to take an action. Hey, take an action. I'll be back with you in a couple of days to check in on that. Here's the action that I need you to take. Very simple. Again, just giving people room to choose their own adventure, room to experiment with some of your ideas, and then come back and give some feedback on that process. Last message in this little template, hey, that's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another step, that kind of thing. So that's really, and then of course a goodbye image because I always have one. That's really the process of creating the very best video experience that you can have for the people that are in this process with you. A bot is, I hate calling them bots. I'm trying to change my language to chatbots or Facebook Messenger marketing because bots are now all, just inexplicably or intertwined with, a lot of weird things that are going on in our world. That said, if you think of the bot as a journey, just a one-day journey along a path, and taking people along that, sometimes video is the very, very best thing. If you've got a lot to communicate, a lot of ideas, and you're struggling to write that in a conversational way, a video might be a really great choice for you. Keep it short, under 4 minutes. Those are the rules, my friends. My grasshoppers, that's the rule. Under 4 minutes, and 3 is better. Add some of those wait times, and then add open-ended question, a PDF, or a little challenge. For the next 24 hours, I want you to blankety blank, blank, blank. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Now, I've zoomed out, so I want you to notice something on this, the ManyChat canvas here. Once you erase some of those really large, erase this message notes that I'm giving you right in this template, you'll see that actually that day, the video challenge messages are really short. I'm, if I'm going to do a video at the beginning, I'm going to let that speak for most of the rest of it. I'm not going to aim for having a real long conversation that day. You've done enough by watching the video. So that's kind of another secret to success. Uh, let's see. Oh, thank you, Kim, who gave us the link to Clipchamp. That's great. Great work, Kim. Thank you. You're the best. So yeah, I do all of this. I do all of this in my own stuff. This is a tried and true formula that I've used for success. I do give handouts. I do give, the PDF, loading that up at the end. I do give cheat sheets, if you will, because it really seems to help people cement some knowledge and some information, which is good for us. Back to me now. I was talking with a client just yesterday, and we were talking about, you've gone to all this work to create a challenge, an online class, whatever it is. You know that the material is good. You know that it's tried and true, babies, because you've tried it yourself with some success, and your clients have tried it, and you just want to put these best practices out to the world, and then you get people to sign up for the course or the 7-day challenge or whatever it is, and you get people who fall out, who get disengaged for whatever reason, even if they've paid you good money. It's the most frustrating thing in the world, because you know that if people made it all the way through that course or that challenge or whatever it is, that they would experience results they're actually seeking in their own lives. It's so frustrating to see a great sign up rate and then a big dropout rate. So video is a great way to go inside your bot. It is a great way to go. Think about that. If you have any best practices to add, throw them in the comments. I would love to see that. And yeah, gosh, that's what I have for you today. Hey, if you've got ideas on what to cover in these videos, if there's some things that you'd like, why don't you throw it in the comments? Or you can also find me at the Black Belt Bots community. I know, super creative name, right? But it's the Black Belt Bots community. It is a little Facebook group in which we share some ideas. I share some things about bots. It's an ongoing conversation with a bunch of folks who are either thinking about building bots and kind of kicking the tires on that idea, or people who are actively starting to build these things. So please do join us. It's a free community. Just, hit the join button. I'll get to you, and ask for a topic in there. I would love to cover whatever you guys have questions on. Love you guys. I do. You can also, if you don't want to join the community, you can also catch me broadcasting on this page Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, because I'm in the Midwest. That's where I live. So, very good. Listen, find me. If you've got questions, I've got answers, or I know where to get them. If you've got questions, find me. I'd love to answer those. And I'd love to take on some of the topics that you want to hear about. So, once again, if you don't have any idea what the heck I'm talking about with these chatbots, go to checkoutmybot.com. Sign up for, subscribe to my bot there. I've got that 7 free mini course. It's waiting for you. So do take advantage of it. And with that, my friends, I am going to sign off. And I will be on again next Tuesday. Until then, I will see you in a bot.